Welcome to PYP Boxing. We are here with you once again. There is not much action going on in the ring, so we decided to come on and talk about some current events. One big one that everybody's talking about is Canelo choosing William Scull. David, I have my opinions on this one. What do you think about Canelo fighting William Scull?
Oh, so you want to go last, huh? Look, Skull won the vacant IBF 168-pound title that was stripped from Canelo prior to the Berlanga fight last September. He defeated a guy named Vladimir Shishkin by unanimous decision in October. That fight happened in Germany. By all accounts, man, it was a terrible fight. I only saw highlights of it, but there were two guys in there that did not deserve to be in a title fight, clearly. So I understand why Canelo did not want to fight Skull to begin with. Our friends at Los Tres Chingones, they talked about this on their show as well. And while I don't like this fight, I definitely don't plan to buy this fight. Cholo Trucker made a good point on their show. He said there are no fights for Canelo at 168. And if you think about it, it's kind of true. Who is he supposed to fight right now? And Billy? Well, Derevenchenko made him look ordinary in their last fight. He couldn't even take care of a guy who was down to one arm when Derevenchenko got hurt. Diego Pacheco, well, he's got a fight coming up with Steven Nelson. And even then, Pacheco's still too green, right? And we don't even know if he's going to beat Steven Nelson later this month. He's already beat Plant. He's already beat Berlanga and Munguia. So, there really isn't a whole lot for Canelo to do at 168 pounds. But with all the boxing events that are coming up, you've got February 22nd. You've got Morel versus Benavides. There's a lot of pay-per-views on the horizon, on top of the Zone subscription and ESPN subscription fees. I have to be very selective about what I'm going to pay for. And this fight just doesn't match up to the other events. I don't know what we expect Canelo to do other than fight William Scull at this point. So I understand it. I just don't think I'm going to buy it.
Are you upset that he's going to be a two-time undisputed?
I'm not upset because I don't think it's real. It's not a real thing. Yes, on paper it will say he's 2 times undisputed. We've talked about this. But do I agree? Do I think it makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense, and I don't think we all should be embracing it either.
I like it. I like it because it sticks it to the IBF, man. Look, the IBF started all this, and if you want to blame anybody, blame the IBF. People are making videos out there. They're upset, saying Canelo's getting another cherry pick. Blame the IBF. The IBF was the one that made a big deal about Canelo and stripped him of this title. Well, now, I don't know if he's really thinking this or not. It turns into an opportunity for Canelo to, further his legacy and be a 2-time undisputed champ, which is pretty good for him. Because look, David, Julio Cesar Chavez had his Meldrick Taylor moment. Muhammad Ali had his moments with Frazier. Canelo doesn't have that defining moment. He had the trilogy with Triple G, but that's all he's got on his legacy, really. And
that's a great trilogy.
It's a great trilogy, but it's not that Meldrick Taylor moment that Chavez had, man. It's not that great one. And I think this one will solidify it, for me, make his legacy look better. I think he's thinking of it too. And he saw it as an easy take. And you're right, man. You're 100% right. He really doesn't have much to do at 168 anymore, way. So I think he's taking this as an opportunity to get that 2-time undisputed and then exit, man. Go up to 175 and see what else he can do up there. Either a Bivol. Again, I would really love him. I've expressed it. I want him to fight Bivol. But I think he's going to go after Better Abiv. I think he's going to go up there, go after Better Abiv and further his legacy.
I want to push back a little bit on the IBF created it, because if you think about it, Canelo's the one who created it. He decided to fight Edward Berlanga in September instead of William Scull.
Yeah.
He could have fought William Scull in September and still kept the belt.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, that's still what's happening now. He fought Berlanga first. He's fighting Scull next. So he's not sticking it to anybody. If that's what he was doing, because I was proud of Canelo for saying, nah, IBF, I'm not going to fight this guy. Who is this guy?
Me too.
Right? Why am I going to pay you fees for making me fight that guy? So I was like, all right, Canelo, show him who's boss. But you know what? He's still going back to them, going to pay them fees to fight the same guy. I hope he's not thinking, oh, this is going to make me a 2-time undisputed champ. But I do see it as an opportunity to stay busy, right? It's a stay busy fight. There's really no one else for him to fight right now. And wait for that Bud fight in September or a 175-pound fight in September.
Big news in Texas, David. Jermell Twin Charlo is coming back at 154. I'm excited, David. Twin Charlo is back. He's got a lot of foes, a lot of new foes, a lot of new faces. You know I'm a big fan of Charlo's. You know I'm a Texas guy. I can't wait for him to come, mix it up, bring them all on, David. Bring Boachuk, bring anybody at 154. Twin is back. It ain't Canelo. Listen, man, who's not going to be intimidated with Canelo? 2 divisions up. Twin's back. I'm happy. He's taking over the 154 division. I wish he would have gone to 160 because it's dangerous at 154, but he's game. 154 was his, and he wants it back. I'm game. Bring him on, man.
All right, well, put the pom-pom down just a little bit. Let's think about this realistically, man. He's been out of the ring for about 15 months. Last time he fought was September 30th, 2023. All right? He's going to be 35 in May of this year, right? And the 154-pound division has plenty of smoke for your boy Charlo, man. You've got Boachuk. You've got Madrimov, you got Ortiz, you got Charles Conwell. A lot of people aren't talking about him. Don't forget Murtazaliev, Fundora, and even a young up-and-coming Xander Zayas. And Mark, this is a truth here. Fighters don't get better when they don't fight often. And Jermell Charlo has not been fighting often these last couple of years. I like your idea about him going to 160. That was probably the better move for him.
Easier division.
Well, maybe, right? But that definitely, there are no names in that division, and that division needs names. He's a name. Who even knows if Jermell can make 154 pounds? He's 35, man. That's he's no spring chicken. I kind of want to wait and see. I don't think he should go right into the deep end of the pool and start taking on any of those guys that I just named. He's going to need a comeback fight if he's going to play it smart, see how his legs feel at 154 pounds. And if he doesn't feel like the old Charlo, go ahead and move it on up to 160.
Bring him on, man. Bring him on. Twin Charlo's back, baby. Well, that's all we have for you this week, folks. There is no action until later on this month. We got Jay Apataya coming up. Inoue is coming up, and also Pacheco is in action. Thank you guys for contributing to the channel, leaving your comments and subscribing. Continue leaving those likes. We'll see you next week.
Putazos y pendejadas.